Very good morning everyone. I hope you all are hale and hearty. I Jyoti welcome you all to RKP online classes, and today we will be studying about narration. Now what is narration? Narration is obviously, it seems related to the word narrator. And who is a narrator? Narrator is a person who narrates an incident. Someone who narrates means who tells us what has happened, that is called our narrator. Or you can say, one example of narrating is reporters. All of you must have seen news channels. There are reporters who tell us the daily happenings in the news, and they are telling that in the past form, in their own words, so that is called reported. So they are called reporters. So narration, it can also be said direct or indirect speech, indirect and direct speech. Now what is direct speech? Direct speech is something when we convey the exact words. Whenever we say something, we obviously have two ways. Suppose I talked to my friend yesterday. Now what did my friend say? I am having two options to tell them. Either I will convey the exact words of what my friend has said, or I will tell those words in my own words. Clear? If I am telling the exact words of the speaker, that is called as direct speech. And if I am telling that in my own words, that will be called as indirect speech. Now there is one more way to recognize these things. We may see that the words or the lines said by some famous personalities or the slogans given by them, they are picked as it is. Like if I say, do or die, do or die. Everyone knows it was said by Mahatma Gandhi, and we pick it up as it is. And when we pick it up, we use double quotation marks, or we can say inverted commas. So in direct speech we use double inverted commas, or we can say quotation marks, and therefore our direct speech is also called quoted speech. It is called quoted speech because we use quotation marks in this type of sentences, or in the way of telling something indirect way, we use the quotation marks, so it is also called quoted speech. And when anyone is narrating this thing, when someone is telling what has happened in his own words, that person will use indirect speech, and that person will not make use of quotation marks. He will combine the two sentences, the two clauses using a conjunction, and that will be called our reported speech or our indirect speech. So we are having two names: direct speech or quoted speech, indirect speech or reported speech. I hope that much is clear to each and every one. So let's move further and see what do we have in narration. What are the things that we have to learn in narration? So the basic format of direct speech is, suppose I say, he said to me, I am going. So this is our direct speech. Everyone must have noted the quotation marks. So it is our direct speech, or we can say it is our quoted speech. And this is the comma that will separate our first clause and our second clause. Now one thing that you have to notice, the word said to, it is called our reporting verb. It is our reporting verb. And based upon this reporting verb, our sentences are transformed into indirect speech, or we can say reported speech. I hope it is clear. So if we see, our reporting verb is in simple past tense, or we can say past indefinite tense. So what are the types of reporting verbs we can have? Means what are the tenses in which we can have our reporting verb? So they can be, I can say, he says to me, or we can also have he will say to me. That means we can have reporting verb in our simple present tense and we can have our reporting verb in simple future tense as well. I hope that much is clear to everyone. Now the first thing that we have to see is that how will we change our first part of sentence. Now we know this clause can be in different types. Our second clause can be an affirmative sentence, it can be a negative sentence, it can be interrogative sentence. In interrogative as well we have two forms of types of questions. It can be either beginning with a WH word or with a modal auxiliary or helping verb. Then we have imperative sentences. In imperative sentences we also have question tags. Then we will be having optative sentences and at last we will be having exclamatory sentences. So in our course of learning narration, how to transform the sentences, how to use the verbs and how to get the idea of the sentence, we will be studying how to transform all these types of sentences from direct speech to indirect speech. So we will begin with transforming the sentence when we have reporting verb in the past tense and when we have our second clause in the affirmative or in the negative form. So let's begin. We will one by one come to each and every tense of the affirmative. We know the main three types of tenses that we have are past, present and future, and in them we have simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Similarly we have in present and in future. So we will look at them one by one and take care our reporting verb will be in past form initially and later on in the video we will see how to transform the verbs from simple present and simple future tense when they are in reporting verb. One thing you have to take care, if said to is given, you will write what you will write. If said is given, then what you will write. If says to is given, what you will transform it into. If says or say is given, what you will do. Similarly, if we are given will say to or will say, you have to take care that in case the word to is used, if to is used, you will be given the name of the listener. You will be told to whom the person is saying that thing. So in that case, you will be using told. In case of simple past tense. So said to will be changed to told and said will remain the same. Similarly, says to or says will be changed to tells or tell. But if says and say is there, you will only use says and say. Similarly, if will say is given, will tell to, and in this case we will only keep will say. I hope it is clear to everyone how we will change our reporting verb from direct speech to indirect speech. So this rule you have to keep in mind while transforming the first part of the sentence, that is the first clause, when you will be transforming from direct to indirect speech. Next we will look how we will transform the second part of the clause. So let's begin with simple past tense. So I'll be writing the sentence of simple past, simple present and simple future. We will see them one by one. Suppose I have a sentence. He said to Ram, I went The same sentence if I am having in simple present tense, we will have he said to Ram, I go to Rohtak. And in simple future we will be having the sentence he said to Ram, I will go to Rohtak. So our reporting verb is same in all the three sentences. That is, our reporting verb is in simple past tense. And we are having said to. So everyone knows said to will be changed to told. So we will be having he told Ram. Now in place of comma and inverted commas in affirmative sentences, we will use the conjunction that. So he told Ram that I is used for he, and he is third person for us and obviously a male. So for third person male, we will use he. Now went is second form, and what do we say to past of past tense? Past of past tense is our past perfect tense. Remember this thing? Past of past is past perfect. So for when, past perfect will be using had and third form. Had gone, and the rest of the sentence will be the same, to Rohtak. I hope it is clear. Coming on to the second sentence, we have our first clause will be the same. He told Ram. Here again we'll be having that. Now it is simple present tense, that is first form of verb. So it is past. So past of first form of verb is simple past. So we will say he went to Rohtak. Here we had past of past tense. So we used past perfect tense. Here we have past of simple present tense. So it will be simple past tense. Coming on to the third sentence, we have he said to Ram. It will be changed in the same way. He told Ram that I, again third person male, so we will use he. Now will be changed to would. Second form of will is would, and go will remain the same and will use to Rohtak. I hope it is clear to each and every one. Past of past tense will be past perfect. So our second clause will be in past perfect tense. Past of simple present is simple past tense. So we will be using simple past tense in the second clause. Here we have past of will. So past of will be would. So we will be using would over here. Now one more thing that you have to take care in these sentences is that if you are given the words like yesterday, if yesterday is given, it will be changed to the past day. If tomorrow or the previous day also, you can say if tomorrow is given, you will change to the following day. Today will be changed to that day. Today will be changed to that day. Yesterday will be changed to the previous day or the past day. Tomorrow to the following day, and today to that day. Suppose I say, here it is, I went to Rohtak yesterday. So we will write, he had gone to Rohtak the previous day. Clear? Similarly, now will be changed to then. I hope all these points are clear to each and every